Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mohammed Kamaldin Fuseni. I am speaking from Tamale, Ghana, and I'm happy to be talking to you today. So today we're going to be talking about the Wikidata Query Builder. In the first place, what is Wikidata? Wikidata is a central storage platform for structured data for the Wikimedia project. It is a platform that is both readable to humans and also to machines. And because of this, every item on Wikidata, so on Wikipedia will say article and on Wikidata will say item. So every item comes with a QID. But how do we ask for values from Wikidata? Let's say you want to query, you want to ask a question to Wikidata to get response. How do you do that? That's what we are going to look at. For now, the main platform for that is the Wikidata Query Service platform, and it requires that you should be able to write or know programming language called Sparkle. But there's an easy way, which is the Wikidata Query Builder. Let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Now, once the query service platform opens, it automatically opens the Sparkle query platform where we enter the Sparkle query. But not all of us, like I mentioned earlier, know how to write Sparkle query. And why do we even query? Query simple means question, and a question usually demands an answer. Of all the data we keep pushing to Wikidata, you want to get a list of something, you want to find out certain information. How do you get response? You could do that by writing the Sparkle query, or you can come and click on the query builder. And today that's what we're going to be looking at. So the last time I made a query was to find out Nigerian women politicians or politicians who are from Nigeria and are also women. But today I'm going to be looking out for women who are from Ghana and are also politicians. You could use the platform for basically anything, like find out anything. But before that, let me just quickly show you a few buttons here. So this is the platform. This is where we enter the commands. Anytime you see the width, it means have, let's say, Ghana, or the items I am looking for have this, that's the width, or does not have, that is a without. The property, we all know that on Wikidata, properties also come with P numbers or P unique identifiers, that's property identifier. But here you don't need to commit any property code into memory. Just start typing the property name and it will pop up with a description, then you can select it. Again, we also have the matching button here. This is where we do the matching. If it's matching, it means you are trying to match, let's say set A to set B. If you choose without, meaning set A should not match to set B. And if you choose regardless of value, it means you really don't mind if they give you any results of any set from A mapping to anything. This is the value. This is where we enter the exact value that we are looking for. Then we have the option to also iterate whether we want references or without references. So let's start with my case study here. I want female politicians who are from Ghana. Now, we all know that once we are talking about politicians and females, we are talking about humans. And the unique characteristics or the unique property that identify humans is what? The instance of property. So we write here instance of, okay, I have it here, matching with the value. So here it should match with humans. So I'm looking for all humans. Okay, I think the first one best describe that. Now you can click on this to uncheck this. If you keep this one checked, it means you want all the subclasses of humans like added to this. So let's say a particular item is connected to another item using the subclass property. It will be given to you if you keep this checked. But we don't really want that. I'll click on add condition. Here in the add condition, you see that we now have N or. If I use the N button, it means I want a condition where the first condition, let's say condition A and condition B must be true before it gives me a result. But if I use the or, if condition A and condition B are not the same, or if either of them is true, then of course it's going to give me the results, right? So here we want humans who are females. So who are females? What property denotes females or males in gender? So sex or gender property, who are females. So I write female here. Okay. Now I need to uncheck this because I don't want the subclasses. I still want to narrow down the search. The first condition was giving me all humans. Second condition is giving me only females from the human species or from human beings. Now I want people who are from Ghana, right? So I need to still narrow down my search so if we want to know the citizens of Ghana, what property do we use? Citizen, country of citizenship. Okay, beautiful. I have it here. Click on that. And they must be what? Ghanaians. You could do this for any country, for any type of query. Yeah, so I click on Ghana. I would uncheck this. We are still going to narrow down our search. Here we are looking for politicians, not all forms of workers. We are looking for only people who have their occupation set to politicians. So I'm going to click on add condition. And in here, I'm going to write occupation. That's the name of the property I'm looking for. Occupation of a person. Okay, beautiful. Now it should match with what? Politician. Politician, right? So I want to check this. And I could go on and on and on by adding the add condition. And as many times I add condition, as many results I also get. Now, here you could extend the limit. You could limit it to 10, you could limit it to 100,000, depending upon the sort of results you want to get. I want to limit it to 10 because it's just for a demo. So again, you could check this. And if you check this, what happens is you only get the QIDs because we said Wikidata is both human readable and machine readable. But in this case, I want to see the labels as well because I am human and I want to see what results I get, right? So here we go. I run the query. As the query run, it's still loading. Once it's finished loading, beautiful. We have the items. So these are the QIDs and these are the labels. So you get it. So how do you share this? Or how do you even see the back-end Sparkle query for this? I could click on this if I want to see the back-end Sparkle query we have just written using graphical user interface. Or I could also click on this to get a link I can share with a friend, a brother, a sister to see the kind of query I've also generated. But for now, let's click on so we for now have our results. But then I want to open it on Sparkle Query itself to see how it looks like. Here we go. So this is the Sparkle Query we have written. And if I run it, I'm going to get exactly the same results. Oh my God, there you go. So now you can click on this to get the short link for the query itself, or you could come here and click on this link and get linked to the resource itself, right? So this is basically how we use the Sparkle, the Wikidata Query Builder tool to be able to come out with our own queries. I hope this was useful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on my talk page or via email, and I'll be glad to assist. The name still remains the same thing, Dnshitobu. Do you enjoy the rest of the program? Bye.